Greetings, friends. Welcome back to Book Club. Buffett's Buffet talks about the basic investment philosophies of Mr. Buffett. This is from the book Seven Secrets to Investing Like Warren Buffett. This book is written by Mary Buffett and Sean Shah. We are in our 10th episode of this series. Till now, we have seen two secrets in our Buffett's Buffet. So, habits, value investing. We are in our third secret, which is stock ideas. So, in the first habit, we have first secret we have seen habits, and the second one we have talked about value investing. Third one, we introduced the third secret in ninth episode, where we have talked about the stock ideas. So, in these stock ideas, we discussed about how we can find stock investments, especially finding the stocks logically, and especially listing down 5 expectations from the stocks. Sean has given this input, in fact, like profitable businesses, lots of loyal customers, always ahead of trends, so market leader, and good growth potential. This is what we have seen it in the ninth episode. And take a notepad and write down your expectations from the stocks. We asked you to do this exercise as well. So going forward on the same thing, we have discussed about what are the possible places to find the stocks which meet our expectations, like shopping malls, items to buy, top rated brands, following what seasoned investors do. And especially we talked about the investment screeners. Please visit my 9th episode where we talk more about the screeners. And in India, we have got the top, we introduced the top 5 screeners of India. And I also, introduced my personal favorite, so that, you also can open the, one of the screener for yourself, and you also can follow the news, market news, and accordingly you can start investing. So in today's episode, what we are going to do is we're going to discuss one of the very important part, which is the circle of competence. So you must have heard we have something called circle of influence. So on the similar lines, the competence of the companies are decided based on the circle of competence. It is exactly on the level, on the lines of circle of influence, the way you have your own circle of influence and the people who can influence on you. In the same way, the stocks you feel competitive enough, will be doing it better in the future, or the current one, you can actually look at from this circle of competence. We'll be discussing more in detail one by one when we are having this. So we'll be introducing this Venn diagram, and before I could go and introduce this Venn diagram for you, so I'll be taking you through the initial part of book reading for you guys. The first important step an investor must take is to determine where to invest. Okay, Warren calls this circle of competence. Here is an excerpt from his 1996 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. So what he has written. So he is writing it. I'm quoting. Should you choose to construct your own portfolio, there are a few thoughts worth remembering. Intelligence in investing is not complex. Intelligent investing is not complex. Okay, though that is far from saying that it is easy. What an investor needs is the ability to correctly evaluate selected businesses. Okay, it is basically evaluating the businesses based on its competence. Okay, that's not my quote. It is. Note that word selected. You don't have to be an expert on every company or even many. You only have to be able to evaluate companies within your circle of competence. I have certain level of competence. Based on that competence, I measure the worthiness of the business. The size of that circle is not very important. Knowing its boundaries, however, is vital. So we'll discuss those things. Quotes. So you may find this to be somewhat limited in focus, but I would like you to remember that as an investor, you are buying businesses. So your investing means, in a way you are buying the businesses. You like that business, there is a reason why you are buying. So not because someone, some Tom tells you it is the insider information and please buy it. It doesn't make any sense. Therefore, it is important that you buy what you understand and what you are interested in. Very important. Most of the times we'll be buying some of the stocks. We never know what exactly the business is all about. Okay. Therefore, it is important that you buy what you understand and what you are interested in. Okay. Since you're spending money on or earning money from, so probably what I'll do here is since you're spending money on or earning money from a business, you will need to have some idea of how that business works. So obviously, we need to have some idea that we know how this entire business works. Warren Buffett avoids businesses that are outside his circle of competence. Simple thing. He once said, if we can't find things within our circle of competence, we don't expand the circle. We will wait. Okay. This is not to say. This is not to say that we should not learn about the businesses we do not understand. Rather, it is a warning not to rush into something we do not understand just because the businesses we understand are not selling at a sensible prices. Very important part here. So what he says is, if the kind of businesses I understand are not doing well, and there are other set of businesses which are really doing well, but I don't understand. He says, don't rush. Wait for some more time. Build your competence to understand that business. Then only you enter, rather than rushing into it. Okay. Now we will see finding businesses in your circle of competence. There is an activity. So what we do is, you and me together. So we'll be doing this activity and then move forward. So that when we'll understand this particular secret better. So the first exercise is, let's start finding some businesses you have some understanding of. Start with the following exercises. The first one is, list the names of businesses you earn money from. Okay. So the businesses I earn money from, say for instance, I work for a life insurance company. I understand life insurance better. So I can write down all the life insurance companies and associate banking companies also. Say for instance, I work for Canara HSBC. I know Canara Bank, I know HSBC, I know Canara HSBC Life Insurance, and also another 24 life insurance companies in the industry. Their sponsors. So probably I'm getting approximately 100 businesses where I have some idea on. You also please write down. Say for instance, you might be a software engineer, or actually you might be someone else, or your relative is into some other business. You are into trading business. You are into traveling business. You are into different businesses, but you understand that business. Me and my team, understands life insurance business better. Before I could join, life insurance, I was working for a petrochemical company, Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Industries. I understand Reliance Industries in, at least working with them for 3 years in and out. Before that, I was working with, consumer durable. So I'm with the dealer network. And before that, I was with, VAM Organic Chemicals. So such kind of things will keep us, in my experience, if I know, there itself are almost 100 odd companies which can come. So where I understand the businesses, how they work. So list the names of these businesses you earn your money from right now or in the past, where you have some understanding. Once you do this, then we'll move to the next one. List the names of businesses where you spend your money. So say for instance, I use Airtel connection. Okay. So that means I know how Airtel functions, how their services are. Am I a satisfied customer? Am I not satisfied customer? Okay. I also use, Godrej fridge. I also use LG TV. So I also use Eureka Forbes water purifier. So list the names of businesses where you spend your money on regular basis, as well as, as a consumer durable basis. If you want to buy new TV, which one you are going to buy, why you want to buy. If you have been keeping track of your credit card bills or your bank, payments, pull them out and see where your money has been going to month after month. You'll come to know. Investing in Flipkart, investing in Amazon, even in Amazon, what kind of things you're doing. Okay. The businesses have at least one loyal customer. All these businesses have at least one loyal customer. That's you. That's me. Okay. Now, third one. Now list some of your areas of expertise. These can be your talents. Okay. Like exercise you regularly do. Like say for instance, I go for cycling. So I use Firefox cycle. Okay. Singing, cooking, computer programming, investing, teaching. Where and all, which companies you are investing in? Or which you are associated with whom? Okay. Say for instance, if I'm looking at teaching, so I follow all these online learning academies very closely because my expertise and my profession is into training, and all training related ones, I keenly observe them. And especially the way some of these edutech companies have used the pandemic time to grow their businesses, and how they are suffering now the moment the pandemic time is over. So what can be the sustainable factor for them? How we can do that. So all these aspects. So where my areas of expertise, where my areas of interest, and I love history and I love cultural things. So I know some of those places where to visit and how to visit. And there are some bloggers as well as some tourist companies which take people to that particular locations. They have the packages. Those are my interests. Okay. Let us see the other one. Sorry. Okay. So these are some of those aspects. Once we have done these three, so the last one is list some things you have an interest and passion for. Like say for instance, for me, movie editing, movie making is and book reading is my passion. These can be your hobbies or a particular subject that you would like to learn more about. Okay. So this is the last part. Now, when you have written this entire list, you may find an intersection between the things you spend money on. Look at this. You will find the intersection where you spend money on, you make money from, and have talent and passion for. It might look, something like this. It will look something like this. How it looks? Say, for instance, what do I love to do? My passion. And where do I earn and spend money? Okay. So I earn money from selling life insurance and working for life insurance company. Okay. And what am I good at? I'm good at training. I'm good at, making people realize how important life insurance is, how important investments are, how important, to know the basics of financial need assessment. Okay. And what do I love to do? Again, I love to do teaching. I love to do be in the profession of influencing people. Influencing people to it can be movies, it can be classroom, it can be any interaction. So I have got a beautiful the intersection where I can get all those things together. Okay. Now, so this circle of competence will be looking like this if you have done your own circle of competence also. My request is you please do yours. So example, where do I love to do? What do I love to do? So I love to do, here in this case, he said, eat, read, teach, play with children, play computer games, and holidaying. So that's what he loves to do. Example, this particular section is written by Sean. Okay. So where does he earn money from? So he earns his money from teaching, investing in stocks. Okay. Where his money goes out, his money goes out for kids, clothes, and computer stores, computer accessories, bookstores, theme parks, eateries, holidays. Okay. Now, what is he good at? He is good at computer programming, writing, choosing good restaurants, parenting, and teaching. Now, there is the intersection area where we need to find ourselves also. For investing, so these are the 4 steps what we have seen. Okay. So quickly, so some of our areas of expertise, our talents. Okay. And the last one, which is the 4th one, some of the things which we are interested and where we have passion for. Okay. So based on this, so there is the intersection which will be created. So that's one of the important aspect of this particular episode where we discussed creating this Venn diagram. Okay. Now I'll take you to another small point. Next point, after creating this Venn diagram for ourselves, we need to see the possible sectors and industries probably where we may be earning money from, or we may be spending money on, or we may be having some interest. Okay. So these are the 8 basic things like materials and industries, utilities, consumer goods, healthcare, financial, industrial goods, technology, and services. So what I do, I'll quickly add some of those, what comes under basic materials and industries, utilities, consumer goods, healthcare, financial, industrial goods, technology, and services in the description. So you can download it from there also, and you can refer when you start investing. Please do leave your comments in the comment section if you're highly getting support from this. And if you have started investing, please do let us know. I'll be very happy.
It is really important to know which areas you should look into before you begin investing. If we try to be good at everything, it is likely that we will end up being mediocre at many things. So, write down at least 3 areas or segments that you think you have true interest in. In the next few chapters, we will look into the ways to hunt for stock ideas that match our circle of competence. So, understanding circle of competence is very, very important.
So my request is please subscribe, please share it with as many people as possible, and especially in your teams. So please make sure all your team members are going through this and they're also subscribing it and pressing the bell icon. Thank you so much. See you next time.